Coach, congratulations on a heart-stopping win. Man, I know you had your seatbelt buckled all game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew exactly what we were getting into. Like it wasn't going to be easy game by any means, and Goddard came to play tonight, and they got real physical. Game got real aggressive, and they just continued to battle. I thought after that first goal they may lay off a little bit, but then when they got their first goal to follow up on ours, and everything just escalated.
Yes.
And the entire atmosphere, everything just became super amped up,
Yes.
and the fans were all into it. I mean, it was just a really exciting night.
Playoff tournament soccer, Coach. I mean, after they scored, they really seemed like they had the momentum and they were like trying to take it to you. They were like more aggressive for a little bit until you guys took control again.
Yeah, I thought it was a good back and forth. It's the same thing that's like every time we play, and we usually we've scored first in every game we played. We've always started early and had the momentum. They tend to snatch it back, and then usually they knot it up. Like every time that we played them, they knotted it up after we've scored first, and then they seem to ride that momentum and build off of it and continue to pressure us quite a bit. And then it took us all the way through overtime and penalties or shots from the spot, kicks from the spot, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the game to put the W in the column.
Coach, what adjustments did they make that were nullifying what you guys were doing? Because it seems like you guys started making a run and then they would stop you. And
yeah, they were. They know that we played a lot to the right, and so I tried to mix it up and spread us out with putting Alania Scarino out on the other side, so that way we had speed on both sides. Kaylee Berdoza's not 100% strength, so she's not able to make those quicker runs. And then they just negate every time we were taking the ball up the field. They would swing out a center midfielder and then block off that passing lane, and then they would pick up Kaylee on the run and mark her up as she was going through. So it was really hard to get anything going on the right side. And so that was kind of a tactical change for them. We still had some opportunities coming from the left side with Alani. That's how I think we scored that goal based off of that ball played in. Abigail shot, hit the post, and then was able to follow up her own shot and put it away. We had some looks going up through the middle. We had some shooting opportunities. We couldn't get anything away from the keeper. All of our shots were going right to the keeper. Same thing with theirs. Everything was going right to the keeper. So it was kind of frustrating to give up that goal that we did to them because it was off of a foul
right
outside the box, which is pretty uncommon. Usually Marlene doesn't give up anything outside the box like that. And my players were saying that she didn't push her, didn't touch her. The girl just kind of tripped over her own feet. But I mean, it happens. It was a really well played shot. Girl put it in just out of the reach of Aubrey, and that's what knotted it up. And then it just when we started getting the game became a little bit chippy, and we got some players sitting on cards, and had one player that was sent off for 2 yellows, so or red, and we were playing down a man for the rest of the game, and I think that was midway through the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 40 minutes of the game, we were playing a man down and battling, and I mean that's why we were kind of stuck in a defensive position because we only had one forward up top, and when you're playing defensively like that, you're just really hoping for an opportunity for counter.
Sure.
And they were just sitting back 4, and we weren't going to get that look. We had a couple of chances. We had a corner that we looked like we scored off of, and they called it back because they said that there was a foul on the goalkeeper, which her own player, according to my players, ran into her. So it really wasn't a foul on anybody. It was just the 2 players ran into each other, and then we finished, and they called that back. And then there was another one where the goalkeeper hit it up with her hands and bounced off the crossbar and down in behind her, and that, according to everybody, should have been a goal too. So, I mean, there were some opportunities missed for us, but that's just the way the game goes, and got into penalties at the end of the game, and it was back and forth. They'd miss, we'd make, we'd miss, they'd make, and then it came down to that sudden death in the first shooter, and I had just a gut feeling that it was a time to put Aubrey in to shoot, and she's been wanting to shoot all season long and practice. She's like, let me take PKs, and I know she's got the foot for it, and I know that she's capable of doing it, and it just, in that moment, it just felt right. It felt like the right idea, and she was able to block the shot for them and then follow up with a shot of her own, and that cinched the victory.
Yeah, and Coach, I asked you about her earlier today on the radio show, but you can talk about that she gave up 3 goals, and were you a little worried, but she still kept her head in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, are you talking about in the penalties?
Yeah, in the penalty kicks, yes.
I mean, it's a shooter's game when you get to pens, because realistically, the keeper, I mean, you can guess right, you can read the player a little bit, but I mean, it's really about the nerves of the shooter. Like, how strong are they about picking their side and finishing it? And so you get a block, you get a miss, those kind of things happen. I mean, we went 3-3 in the first 5 and then went to sudden death. So, I mean, it was going back and forth both ways. And we had 2 miss, they had 2 miss. It just happened.
And you just had a gut feeling to put her in, because wow. Talk about her just coming back, saving the kick, and then coming back and making the kick to win the game.
I think it's awesome. It's like, after she made that save, she was so in the moment, she was walking off.
Yes.
She wasn't over here, because whenever you select your first 5, you got to give them to the officials, so that way you stay in the order you picked. You can't go like, oh, well, she missed, now I want to put this girl here. So you can't make that decision. You got to put them in, and then they shoot in the order you put them in. And then after that first 5, then you got to select your next 5. And the first 5 I had known with 5 minutes still left to go in the last overtime. And I knew I'd already made my decision. Okay, this is what I'm going to go with. And then once we got past that first 5, I had already started. I thought a little bit during that, whenever we had missed and we were going back and forth, I was like, okay, this may go to more. And then my initial reaction was like, who do I want for that sudden death shot? And then I was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to Aubrey. And she came through.
Wow, that's great. Coach, do you really want to rethink about getting a bye? Because, I mean, this could have been a bye game, really.
Yeah, but, I mean, it would have been a bye game against a hard opponent. And I think these girls...
This was a hard one.
This was a hard one, but, I mean, now we're battle-tested.
Okay.
We're confident. You know, coming off a win where we just had to come out and play a man down for 40 minutes.
Sure.
I think that says a lot for it. Like, these girls are excited about it. It was a great win. Like, it just toughens you again and gets your feet wet. And then Los Alamos is sitting there waiting, but they're waiting on a team that, like, we feel it. We're for each other. Everybody's battling for each other, playing hard-fought games like this one, and I think it just helps us and gives us momentum.
And then, have you played them this year?
Los Alamos, no.
Okay. You're going there.
Yeah, we are going there. We travel up there. We're leaving Thursday afternoon just so we don't have to get up and ride a bus on Friday, and we'll get up later in the afternoon on Friday, or later in the morning, and just eat a lunch and make sure we're, like, mindset is where it needs to be, our bodies are where they need to be, and we're ready to go.
So you play them Friday?
Friday at 4
p.m. at their place.
At Los Alamos.
So you guys will be leaving early then, right? Not at 4
o'clock.
o'clock.
We're leaving at 4 on Thursday.
Oh.
So we're going to stay the night.
Okay, so you're leaving Thursday and you'll be up there Friday.
Yeah, we're going to stay the night in Los Alamos, and then that way we can get up at a decent time, not feel rushed. We can, do some things in the morning.
So you play Friday at 4, correct?
Friday at 4.
And then, do you know anything about them, or
we'll watch film?
Okay, so you don't know.
No, we'll look at some film tomorrow and see what we can find and go from there.
And don't want to look back too much, but this has to be one of the biggest wins of your career, if not the biggest, right? Or the most exciting.
I think it's one of the most exciting. I think the playoff game we played in 2019, I believe. I think that one was pretty huge too, because we played Los Lunas at home, and that was the first time we had ever hosted a playoff game, and the first playoff game we had ever won. So this one follows it up as the second playoff game we've ever won in the third time we hosted. So.
Okay, and I do have to ask before I let you go. Goddard had a chance to win down there. You guys made 3 or 4 saves.
Yeah,
I mean, can you? Yes, your defense. I mean, your defense. You remember? I mean, Aubrey made a couple saves. A couple other players made some saves. Can you talk? Because that would have been the game.
That would have been the game. Yeah. And I mean, it's just a testament to these girls just not wanting to let go of this game and just keep battling. And yeah, we had, I think Michaela Garcia got one. I think Marissa Martin got one.
Saves.
I think.
Aubrey had one.
And
she fell down and 2 people.
Yeah, and I think Marlene even might have gotten one out too. So
yeah, they had 4 shots at it.
Yeah, they did.
And you forgot about that.
No, yeah, I did a little bit.
I mean, Coach, that was very exciting. That could have been the game, and I think there was only 4 or 5 minutes left when that happened.
Yep.
So, and then did you tell your team anything between the halves or between quarters or penalty kicks? I mean, how did you keep them focused?
I just, man, I can't even remember what I said to them. I just told them, just keep playing your hearts out, give everything you got for it. And then once we got to the second overtime, I just said, hey, at this point we're playing for penalties, dig in and defend, and if we get an opportunity to counter and score, great. But I said, just die on that hill, basically. Just give everything you got to not give up a goal. So
Great. Well, Coach, congratulations and thank you.
thank you.